Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching this video. Today's look is going to be just focused on skin, so it's going to be my full coverage flawless skin that I do all the time. I do different types of skin, like sometimes I'll do a softer look, sometimes more dewy, sometimes like more matte to dewy, do you know what I mean, like a bit of a mix. But today I'm going to do my full coverage flawless look that I would normally put on, say if I was about to go out on a night out. So something that's going to last a long time but still look fresh. So I'm going to go through everything, and I'm also going to give you different options because my routine for skin changes quite a lot. So with what I'm using, I'm going to give you another 2 options because I do like a lot of different products for my skin. I have normal to combination skin. Most of the time it's normal, sometimes it gets oily. In this section, definitely my chin. My chin is like my greasy, oily area. Everything else is pretty much normal. So yeah, this might work for you if you have similar skin type to me. So what I'm going to start with first is just prepping the skin. So I always prep my skin before I do my foundation routine. So I'm going to go in with the Pixi Glow tonic. This is one of my favourites. I saw the other day they actually do a massive bottle of these, which I didn't know about, but they do. This is just an exfoliating toner. This will get as well any dirt off your skin, because I do have some eyeshadow left over from this look. This look is filmed. It's either the video before or it's the next one way or the other. So if there's any oils on my face, this will take it off. I like to feel like my skin's stripped, you know, like there's no grease, no oil, nothing like that on there. The second step is to moisturise. I always moisturise. Sometimes I won't even prime my skin, I will just moisturise. Every primer is different, honestly, and foundations work differently. Some foundations need a primer. I don't feel like I need a primer personally. I do use one, but not to keep foundation on. I think if you've got oily skin, a primer is fantastic, but I don't feel like I need one for my skin type. So I just moisturise because it's good to keep your skin nice and hydrated, and I find that foundation sits a lot better if you've got a moisturiser on. So the moisturiser that I love and use all the time is the Loreal Hydra Genius. I broke the lid, so the little squishy lid bit won't work. So I'm having to get it out like this, which is a bit manic. Oh, yes, like that. And yeah, it's super fresh, super hydrating. It doesn't leave you feeling like you've got a heavy moisturiser on. It's very lightweight, it's gel based, soaks into the skin, and it smells amazing. This is something I know a lot of people love. You know, it reminds me of smell wise. Do you remember people using the Nivea shave balm? Reminds me a bit like that. Always moisturise your neck as well, always. So next step for me is eye cream. So I also use an eye cream. This is the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream, but it really does change. Sometimes I'll put this on before I do my eye makeup as well, like the underneath part. But otherwise, if I'm doing it like this, I'll just get it as close as I can to my eye. This is thicker consistency, but I like that under the eye. I feel like I need hydration. I feel like hydration is key with skin. So now I'm going to use a primer. The primer I'm using is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. So it really does vary when I use this. This is to fill in your pores. So my pores are quite large, and if I'm in the heat they get even larger. And I hate it, I hate large pores. You can get loads of different things that are like this. I either use this one, or there's a Maybelline called Baby Skin that I also do really like. But there's loads that do like a pore filling primer. My pores that are mainly visible are on like the sides of my nose and on my nose. But I'll do my chin as well because I have quite a bumpy chin. That's like my problem area. So I'll put it there. Or anywhere that I've got fine lines, I'll try and squish this into it to smooth it out. You need to use your fingers as well for this. You need to really push it into the skin. So that's the skincare kind of bit done. before going on to foundation. Sorry, that is the shower going off. Just ignore the noise. See if you can get through it. So I'm going to go in with, now my all-time favourite foundation is the NARS Natural Radiant in Valencia. This is my go-to. There's a little bit left, but it's a little bit dark for me at the moment. And there is literally a tiny bit left. So that's my go-to. But at the moment, I'm using Too Faced Born This Way, which is what I used to use before I found that one. And this is in Warm Beige. So I'm going to use this one today. So I'm just going to put about 2 pumps on my hand to start with. And I've got into the rhythm now of using brushes. I don't normally use brushes for foundation and liquids and stuff. But I've got into the hang of it, of using brushes with sponges. Trust me, the sponge hasn't gone. I need the sponge. So I just put it on with a brush first. This is a Dull Beauty brush. And I just get it on my skin everywhere first, and then I go in with the sponge after. And if you want a cheaper alternative, something that's not Too Faced or NARS, something that you can probably get from Boots, although you can get Too Faced from Boots now, Maybelline Superstay is fantastic. I like a foundation that's not too matte. I like more dewy foundations. Just find it easier to spread around. Then I go in with my sponge. So this is the Real Technique sponge. You need to have it damp. You need to wet this sponge. You just cannot when it's dry. If you use this dry, your foundation is going to feel and look more cakey. The hydration in this is what is key, the water, to spread it about. So what I do is I completely drench this under water. So when I clean it with washing detergent, so it smells insane as well. Wash it, and then right once it's soaked, completely drenched, I'll then completely rinse it out. And then once I'm done with that, I'll squish it into some paper towels, so it's completely, you know, there's no water in that now. It's just bouncy and light. So that is how you should use it. I'm just going to dab over just to smooth it all out, like so. Literally just quickly. It doesn't need much. The brush got most of it. And then I'm going to go in with, this is not for me like a contour. This is more warming up the skin to me, because I contour with powders, but this is also an option. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in Warm Caramel. So if you do just want a cream contour, you can just use something like this. I'd like to use darker concealers because they're full coverage. And I'm just putting it where I would contour, but like I said, I'm not really counting it as contouring because I'm going to do that later. This is more just to warm up the skin, add a bit of warmth, so that there's more than just one colour on your face. Because that is what I feel you need to have, is like, the more colours you've got on your skin, the more 3D your face is going to look. And if you've got just one colour, one foundation, you're going to look really flat. I'm going to use the same brush I just used for the foundation. And I'm just going to blend that upwards above my cheekbone. I'll go slightly above my cheekbone. Try and go more higher up instead of going lower down. If you go lower down, it's not going to look like your cheekbones are as high. Whereas going up higher, it makes you look lifted. Push it into the hairline. If you're having your hair up, make sure you always go back round your forehead after you've put your hair up to make sure it's all blended in to your hair. And then same thing, quick breeze over with the sponge. Like so. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. So this is where I've got a few options for you. So I cannot tell you how many options I have for concealer. Concealer is like one of my most favourite products in makeup. I feel like it just makes your skin look flawless. Like my skin looks pretty good now, but as soon as the concealer goes on, I feel like that is what makes your skin look amazing. So I have a few options. What I'm going to be using today is the Plouise base, because that is what I've been using in most of my looks lately, so I'm going to use that today. But I'm going to give you some other options. So this is the Maybelline Studio Fix 24 Hour Concealer in NC20. This is also a favourite of mine, but it's thinner but still full coverage. I've also got the Jouer High Coverage Concealer in Lace. I absolutely love this. I will buy this. It's just run out, that's all. I can't use it right now because it's run out, but I actually probably would use it right now. Cheaper alternatives, Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, must have, bought it all my life continuously. Maybelline Fit Me, and the NYX one I just used for my warming up the skin, that but in lighter colours underneath, also great, love them. So there's some other options for you. So as I just said, I'm going to go in with the Plouise base. So I saw Plouise say that she was using this under her eyes, so I thought I'm going to give that a go, because it is made for your eyelids originally, but when she said that she was using it under her eye, and she does have a flawless under eye, I thought I'm going to give that a go. So what I do first is I get a brush to put it on my skin where I want it. So I always go under the eye, up towards the temple. Be careful of your eyeshadow. Don't go too close to your eyeshadow because you need to blend this out. And this will blend upwards, so I always go down to the corner of the nose as well. Chin. Lip. I always do the corners of the mouth as well. I get a bit of darkness there. Nose. And then your forehead. And I've just saved a little bit on my hand in case I want that again. So now this is the part I just use the sponge, and I use the other side, this side, to just pat. Don't do no swiping, just dab. So I try and get as close to my eye as possible without ruining the eyeshadow. Remember, you can always go over that eyeshadow as well. And then with what's left on my hand, I'm just going to do a little bit more under my eye, right in the corner, just for that extra full coverage. So that is all the liquidy stuff on the face now. I'm now going to go in with powders. So I would normally use, well actually there's a few that I would use. I was using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in number 1, but I dropped it, smashed it, and now I have nothing left in it. So that is something I will be rebuying though. I do really like this. Otherwise, the NYX HD Banana Powder, super good for under eye brightening. But for today's look, I'm going to be using Maybelline Matte Maker. I've also smashed this one too. But this is something I use a lot. I also use on clients. And this is something I've bought continuously. This is in Classic Ivory. This is a Zoeva Luxe highlight brush that I'm using. I'm just going to take this and pat it under my eye first. What I do is I pick up quite a lot and whack it on underneath into the corner of the nose, because that's an area that gets oily. And then my chin, because my chin is my oily area. And then a tiny little bit in the middle of the forehead. Same thing. So if you're quite oily, you might need to set more areas. Really does depend on your skin. So once I've waxed that on, I then dust it off so the excess comes off. You're going to be very light-handed. So the next step is bronzer. So I'm going in with MAC Give Me Sun. This is an all-time favourite. I was also using Deep Dark, but now I'm starting to tone down my contouring and not do it as strong as what I was. So I was using Deep Dark and then Give Me Sun. So if you like quite a strong contour, like a proper sharp look, then that is an option, using 2 colours. But now I use just Give Me Sun, and I just lightly contour. You can see where I'm going to do it. And I just bring it more onto the cheeks as well to warm up the skin. I always go slightly higher because that's how you get that lift. I'm going to bring it more on the cheek, as you can see, so it's more on the cheek there. And then I'll go around my forehead. And then, like I said about the face not looking too flat, I always like to put colour on my nose because it just looks strange when your nose is completely flat looking, like just one colour. I like to have a few different things on my nose so that it looks more 3D, more even. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to have colour on my nose. So I'll put it underneath the tip. And then also down the sides. So if you was going to nose contour, then you would do that now. Like so. I just feel like it looks so much better like that. I'm then going to go in with blush. So for blush, I use, at the moment, the Milani Luminoso blush. So this is a bit of a corally colour, and it also is a baked blush, so it's got a bit of a glow to it. You'll see in a sec when I apply it. So I apply it on the apple of the cheek, and I go above that bronzer, and I kind of mix them together as well. It's a very nice blush. A few options for highlight that I really love. I think I know what I'm going to use today. So one that I've been loving a lot lately is the MAC Whisper of Guilt. I'm kind of thinking, how have I not used this for longer? This is, oh God, don't break that as well, Jesus. This is what it looks like. It's amazing. So we've got that one. Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati. So this is loose powder highlight. It does give you a proper glow, like a wet look glow. But today I'm going to use the Doll Beauty highlighter palette, which looks like this. And I'm going in with this one here, which is Starlight. And I've just got a Doll Beauty brush as well. So this will give you a blinding highlight. So right on the cheekbones. I do the middle of the chin. You only want a little bit on your chin and a little bit on your nose. Don't go crazy, because it will do the opposite of what you want it to do. I'm kind of in a mix of where I'm highlighting my head right now. I'm also highlighting my whole head right now, because sometimes I'm highlighting just this bit, so above the arch. But then some days I'm like, yeah, let's go for the middle as well, yeah. So it's kind of like my whole forehead's ended up getting highlighted. So for setting sprays, the final bit, there is quite a few that I used, but the one I'm going to use today is the Pixi Glow Mist. This is one of my absolute favourite setting sprays. My other options are the iconic London Prep Set and Glow. This is in the bronze shade, and there is the original shade as well, but I think I prefer the bronze one, to be honest. And then there is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, which is so satisfying because it's in an aerosol can. It gives you an even spray all over. Really good, really satisfying. Love that one. It's just over there. I'm not going to bring it over here. But these two I use a lot. This one gives you more of a spritz glow, like a bit of a sparkly, shimmery glow. This one, the Pixi Glow Mist, actually has oils in it. It has argan oils at the top. I don't know if you can see there, but that actually gives you a proper dewy, real looking glow, like a real looking glow on your skin. I think it is literally because you're spraying oils on your face. I don't know if you saw before that Jaclyn Hill did a video where she was dipping her sponge into oil and then patting it on her face to give her a natural glow. I do genuinely think that this does the same thing, and that it is just because it is spraying a glow on your face. And yeah, love this for a proper dewy look. So I'm going to use that today. Long lasting wise, I wouldn't say this is long lasting. If anything, it's going to make you look more dewy throughout the day. So if you've got oily skin, this is not for you. If you need something that's going to make your makeup last, this is not for you. This just gives you a glow, like a real glow. Whereas the Iconic one will give you long lasting and will give you like sparkly shimmer. So they're both very different, but I love them both. So what you need to do with the Pixi one is give it a shake, and then I'm just going to spray it literally all over my face, and then you can see what it does. And it smells insane. Right, it smells like, I don't know if you have the you know, Eller have that makeup remover, the cleansing balm, the Eller one. It smells exactly like that. I'm going to spell it all. So that is pretty much all I do for my skin. I will show you the finished look because I'm about to go and finish this eye tutorial off. If you have any questions about skin or products, just link them down below or message me on Instagram. My Instagram messages are a lot quicker than YouTube. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of it and this helped you out in some way. If it did, then make sure to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!